Hi, I'm dietitian Ashley Coffin, founder of the Better Nutrition Program, and I'm here today to share with you one of the best ways, or I'll say better ways, to use BNP programs. BNP programs are an incredible lead magnet to help you secure new patients and clients. I use those words interchangeably. Whether you're a doctor, a dietitian, a naturopath, who is a doctor, an acupuncturist, a chiropractor, a CNS, I think I mentioned nutritionist, a coach, whatever your scope of practice is, programs can be an incredible way for you to bring in new prospects. And the reason is that people are looking for help today making their better choices. But even beyond that, they're looking for help to understand, to identify their better choices. And it may feel like too big of a leap or even too big of a commitment for them to jump right in and start working with you, especially when there's a significant price tag attached to it. So our programs, and again, you have them at the wholesale price, so you can decide how you want to price it based on marketplace and what you think is, will bring somebody in. But I recommend keeping them on the lower price side if you are looking to use this as a lead magnet into working with you in a higher price offering. Doesn't mean you can't add anything additional to the wholesale pricing though. So what you want to do in that part is help somebody understand and to show them that a BNP program is going to be a way for you to identify those better choices and help them get started making them. So what we want to do is actually something really important here is we want to shift people from a failure mindset to a success mindset. That can be pretty darn important because a lot of people, when it comes to their nutrition and their lifestyle and their health, are feeling like they're a failure, even though we know that so much of what they've tried has actually failed them because it wasn't personalized despite how it was being marketed, or it wasn't the right thing for them at the right time, et cetera. On that part, they've retained a feeling of being a failure. And so it can be really important. And one of the things that keeps them from investing in you in a bigger capacity initially is if they feel like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to be successful. So a BNP program can be a great way, working with a coach, having access to myself and to other practitioners in our live group sessions, for us to warm up a prospect for you, for them to become your lasting client. And one of the ways that we do that is when you make a recommendation. So let's say that you have the different programs for sale on your site, or however you offer e-commerce options, or let's say somebody comes into your office or on a phone for an initial conversation. They're just not quite ready to decide to sign up for a program. You can offer them one of the programs and make sure to mention that within that program, and we will know this on the back end, that you're going to be staying abreast, that that BNP stays in touch with you and helps share information if there are any questions or any of those pieces. So you'll be getting that information. And then between us, one of the really big advantages there is, as the coach is taking the patient or the prospect through a program, and remember, it could be 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, depending on the length of the program. As they're going through, we're getting intel from the coach that we'll be able to put together in a final report to you that we use as a tool for marketing to that patient. Marketing can sometimes sound like an ick word, but it's the exact right word here, for us to all collaboratively figure out and provide you with recommendations for what the better next step is for that particular patient. So what's going to happen there is the coach is actually going to have a conversation with them about, hey, what did you learn? What was difficult for you? What are you proud of? Like, I'd like to shine a light on you. I'm really proud of you that through this you realized that how the importance of getting in a rainbow, or how your blood sugar, all these different things, not just carbohydrates, impacts your blood sugar, or how plant-based eating can really be deliciously doable. But there's some things we still need to work on, and there are some things that we might want to identify. Maybe your digestion is really still what's keeping us from feeling better, despite the fact that we've made these changes, or maybe whatever it is. And so we'll hear those things. Our coach will put them together. The coach kind of does the initial conversation warming up, if you will, for the patient on what the better next step recommendation is, and then we share that with you, and then you're able to then have an informed conversation with that patient, client, or your staff is about what we'd recommend them doing next. And by that point, they've had some successes. They may want to continue on coaching, which you can offer to them, and they can purchase only through you, and they can purchase that, and you can of course add some onto the wholesale price there, continue to revenue generate, and we may also identify there that the bigger program that you were going to offer, that they're actually ready for it, but they maybe need it to be broken out into chunks for them, or whatever it is. And we're going to find a more effective way to bring them into your practice for the long term. Now, if you're a coach and you said, okay, I want to use this as a lead magnet, I mean, this is a great opportunity for you to say to someone, hey, it's not within my scope of practice for me to make recommendations and to share this information with you, but what I want you to do is go through this program and learn from Ashley Koffardy or Dr. Spar or whoever, these other experts, and I'm going to be able to work with you through that and be able to take you through that program. And then as we come through it, we can determine what your better next steps are. So that's a great way where it's a lead magnet for you, the coach, as well as a dietitian, a doctor, etc. It is so important that from our practice early on, when we're trying to bring somebody in, that we help them understand that we're not just going to be sharing recommendations or to-dos for them. We're going to be providing them the support for how to implement it, and for us to see when something that we may have recommended isn't actually doable for someone. And so how do we pivot and make something, create a recommendation that is doable? And that's where the power of our coaches and also the sessions with me and with my team come in to really help you on that part. So I hope today that you learned that there is a tremendous opportunity with BNP programs to be a lead magnet, to be a generator, a conversion tool, to take people who are prospects and bring them over to help you revenue generate, optimize your profitability, but most importantly, bring people in where we're going to be able to secure better outcomes, really starting from the standpoint of helping shift them from what is probably a good bit a failure mindset into a more successful one. If you have any questions for me or for my team, or if you'd like a private demo for more specific information on the programs, head over to the website and sign up for a demo, or you can email us programs@thebetternutritionprogram.com. Take care.